you wanted to talk about ICE. We can talk about ICE. I was very concerned about ICE because I live in Topeka in the Oakland neighborhood, and it is like the largest population of Hispanic people in Topeka. It's been there since the 1800s. It's very supported by the local community. It's very supported by the city. It's very supported. It's got a great Kansas House rep. It's got great representation. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter because they'll go in there and just do whatever they want. And my daughter's half Hispanic because she has a Hispanic last name. Right. So we now are not letting her, we don't like her driving around alone. And she's taking her birth certificate on her just in case. And my daughter's a citizen, born and raised in Kansas. She's got to keep her papers on her. This is it's crazy.
One thing that people have to realize at the end of the day when it comes to ICE is that they are a federal agency.
Yeah, so what can you do as a Kansas House rep?
So for a federal agency, they still have laws and, they have to follow too. They're just like the FBI, CIA. They still have rules and stuff like this and that. I recommend if you are, here without papers and stuff like that, you definitely need to get legal counsel. I definitely highly recommend that. But if like you said your daughter?
My daughter,
your daughter, she has her papers, she's here legally and stuff like that. Ask them, are you being detained?
Yeah.
Are you being detained? If you're not, quietly shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Get in your car. Don't sign. Exactly. Get in your car and go home. Go wherever you need to.
If they do take you and put you in a van, don't say nothing.
My thing is and even with that, when they are taking you and stuff like that, people are getting beat up. People are just getting beat up.
That's what I'm saying. Her husband was like, well, she'll get let out. She's an American citizen. After she gets traumatized for 8 hours. I'd rather her not have to go through that at all. I'd rather.
But also, you need to be careful because from what I just found out yesterday, there's a ICE car that has an Uber sticker on and just going around in Pollard. I think it's Popular or some street, and he's just going around just going around and stuff like that. No, that needs to be stopped.
Yeah, they do have a whole fleet of ICE SUVs in Kansas City. I don't know where those are going, but I welcome it. Let's spend the money. I want to know who they are. I want them to all have the same uniform. Let's spend the money on that. They all have the same. If we can't get rid of them, I want to know who they are. I want to see a vehicle that is identified.
People be lying. People be faking.
Just like the police. Police don't. I mean, we do have undercover cops and stuff, but at the end of the day, most of the police are driving around in regular vehicles, and they're easily identifiable that the cop is driving down your street. And
even with the cops and stuff like that, they still have to identify themselves. They still have to do that. So if you can't identify yourself,
they're not masked.
Exactly.
There are people getting just snatched up. Most of the stuff they're wearing, I bought last year or the year before for my friend's kid for Christmas. A vest that said, SWAT on it because he wanted to be a little SWAT guy. And so I bought him all this stuff. And and so it's like, anybody can buy that on the internet and put a mask over their face. It's just common sense.
It is.
It's just common sense. But what can the state government do? What can our state government do to protect them coming in and doing that? I just don't know if there's anything they can't do.
Yes, they can't. My thing is, you're right. No, if you don't, like I said,
they can educate people.
Not just only educate people. People can go on the internet and educate themselves. Literally type up, ICE and stuff like that. What can they do and what can they not do? They are immigration.
But if they don't,
my thing's they can come and knock on your door. You do not have to open up your door. They can come in with the warrant and stuff like that.
They are breaking people's doors in without warrants.
Yes, and that is another reason why even when they are kicking in your door and stuff like that, you better make sure you're calling the police.
Yeah,
you better be making sure you have your protection, your rights and stuff like that. Because I did hear about.
I just don't know if there's a lot the state can do. I seriously have been trying to look into exactly how it works legally, right? Legally, what. Can we pass laws in Kansas? Well, no, because they'll be superseded by federal law, right? There's certain things that there are certain rights that as states we gave up to the federal government long ago in early 2000s because of 9/11, right? So after 9/11, that's when ICE got created. That's when DHS got created. That's when all of this stuff started, and we gave them all this money. And we all know now a lot of it was based on fear tactics and not necessarily the truth. And so, but now we're here. And we gave up our rights back then as a state to tell them they can't come here. We gave up our rights back then as a state to tell them what they can and can't do in our state by, those laws being passed. And so it's what can be like. People want their representatives to do something, but I just don't know if there's anything that you legally can do to stop them from coming in here to do what they're doing. You can take care of it after the fact. You can help clean up the damage. You can help educate somebody on their rights. But at the end of the day, if ICE agents want to come into my house and snatch my daughter up and fly her down to Texas to keep her there as long as they want and not let her out, they can do that. And there's like, who can stop them from doing that? You know, and so I think that like people put too much, they expect too much out of some of their state politicians.
I just feel like there's not enough fight back, in my opinion.
Somebody fight back, you get killed.
That is true.
That is true. And so then it's what do? We're going to go to war? We've discussed I'm a fighter, but I'm not a.
Right. So, and I'm
not a combat veteran.
Right. It's been brought to my attention when it does come to the ICE, you know, because people have came to me about this situation.
I think the state can protect them with stand your ground laws.
You definitely stand your ground laws for sure. But they're like, okay, so what, you know, even like my people, they're like, okay, so what if they come and, you know, snatch black people up and stuff like that? I'm just going to be honest with you. The day that somebody tries to do that and tries to snatch a black people, and we have fought for this country and we built this country, I feel like this is just going to be another
They are picking up Native Americans.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like, hello.
My thing's like, no, this country is going to be in, you think World War II was bad and Martin Luther King was bad.
There are some things that
we're not going to just let somebody come in our house and just snatch us about our own
That's
place.
True. Y'all know how to fight back.
We're not going to do that.
That's why
we're not going to do that. That's not going to happen.
Like they're going after like Somali community in Minnesota and stuff, but yeah,
and I honestly feel like they're going after not just because of you guys and stuff like that, because it's fear.
Mm-hmm.
It's fear. You guys run. They run.
White people stop running.
Stop. My thing is like, and then my thing is like, this does not just affect black people. This does not just affect Hispanic people and just colored people. This affects white people too.
Yeah,
this affects white people. A man just got murdered in like I think in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
a white man just got murdered.
I'm very disappointed in my people.
And my thing is like, it affects us all. Like, it's not just a one race. It affects us